All right, we got this. California could force some companies to shift to a 4-day work week, all part of an assembly bill that would implement a 32-hour work week. Employees who work more than that would get time and a half. The law would affect companies with more than 500 workers. There are about 2,600 of those in California. Here to talk about it, author of Don't Burn This Country, Dave Rubin, who fled L.A. for Florida. Dave, how you doing? How's it going in Florida? I know you love it there. Good morning to you. I got a topic for you in Florida, but first, California. Is this the way they're going to go, 4 days a week?
Bill, how am I doing in Florida? Fantastic, because I fled California and that sort of over-regulated nonsense that crushes the economy, crushes the human spirit, crushes ingenuity. I took 2 businesses out of California in the last year, and although neither one of my companies had 500 employees, that very concept that the government should come in and tell you how much your people should work, and then if they go past that threshold, you have to pay them more. Well, you know what? Your people may become less productive so they can start adding hours, or you may just realize you can't hire as many people because you suddenly have to pay them more. This is just it's so in line with the endless nonsense that comes out of California, which, by the way, is why several 100,000 people have fled California since the lockdowns, and Florida and Texas and Tennessee are exploding, and California and New York are crumbling. It's like, you get what you vote for, people.
Yeah, well, let's talk about something you enjoy, and that's Florida. Turns out Disney was given to Republican candidates in Florida. We found out that Disney donated $190,000 to Florida's Republicans weeks before they began to condemn the bill that was passed in the State House. Here are the numbers: $190,000 total, $125,000 Republican Party of Florida, $65,000 unidentified political action committee. What do you make of that, Dave?
Well, surprise, surprise that Disney, a giant corporation, wants to influence politicians. From what I understand now, they've decided they're not going to give any money to any politicians, as if that was some sort of threat, or at least politicians in Florida. I mean, fantastic. Okay, corporations aren't going to give our politicians money here. That's pretty great. But what's very sad about this Disney situation is they stepped into the woke swamp and they cannot get themselves out. This bill, which is not "don't say gay," there's no phrase in the bill even with the word gay. You could have just as easily called it "don't say straight." This is a bill about transparency and that you don't want state employees talking to 6-year-olds about sex, which we all know that's the right thing. This is an imaginary controversy. But Bob Chapek, who's the CEO of Disney, he has a woke corporation. He has woke activists working for him. And Bill, I'm guessing you and Dana saw it. There was a video where he has all of his activist employees and he's pledging he'll be a better ally and he wishes he could be better and he'll do more for them. And congratulations, Bob Chapek. You run one of the biggest corporations in the world, one of the most culturally relevant corporations, at least so you've been culturally relevant, we'll see. And now you are a hostage. You are a CEO hostage to your activist employees. This is not going to end well for Disney, and I think we just need to build new things.
Well, it just goes to show a lot of these companies play the refs on both sides, right? They're working the refs, whether Republicans or Democrats, and the evidence is there in the money, Dave. Hey, enjoy Florida, and we will speak to you again soon,
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Bill.